Good morning, I am Juris Gildorado and today I am going to talk about the biogeochemical cycle or of the carbon cycle. So, what is biogeochemical cycle? So, it is the flow of chemical elements from the living organisms or the biotic organisms and with its environment. So, we have two types of biogeochemical cycle, which is the gaseous and sedimentary, and carbon cycle is under the gaseous cycle. So let's deal with the carbon cycle. So carbon, as we all know, is a chemical backbone of all life here on Earth. It is a biogeochemical cycle wherein the carbon is exchanged or is processed among the biosphere, among the different spheres of the Earth, which is the biosphere, pedosphere, hydrosphere, geosphere, and the atmosphere of the Earth. So, just like other cycles, it also is comprised of different sequence of events that are key and plays a vital role to sustain the life here on Earth. So, this is the process of carbon cycle. So, as you can see, I have here an image of, image of the carbon cycle itself. So, these are the steps for the carbon cycle. So, first step is the carbon present in the atmosphere is absorbed by the plants and is being utilized through the process called photosynthesis. So, the carbon here in the atmosphere is being absorbed by the plants, and then after the plants absorbed it, then the consumers or the animals that consume the plants then get the carbon by accumulated into their bodies. So these are the example, the animals or the consumers of the plants, and then eventually they would die, and then they would undergo the process of decomposition, and then that's where the third step is. Then after they decompose, the carbon is being released back into the atmosphere, and then it is likely that not all the carbons are being released into the atmosphere, so the leftovers of the carbons that are left rather are being utilized or are eventually becoming fossil fuels. So this is where it goes, the fossil fuels. So next, then for the step 6, these fossil fuels then are used for man-made activities, and then which pumps more carbon into the atmosphere. So that is the process of biogeochemical carbon cycle. So why is it important really? Why is it important that we need to study the biogeochemical carbon cycle? So biogeochemical carbon cycle is important because it would explain to us how Earth uses its energy and how it maintains and conserves its resources, and how the elements move through different ecosystems here on Earth. And then carbon cycle is also important because it is an important aspect of when dealing with the survival of all life here on Earth. So, from an environmental perspective, our carbon provides insulation by trapping the sun's heat from the atmosphere. And then from biological perspective, carbon is the building block of life, as it is very abundant, and it also forms stable bonds with other elements necessary for life. That is why biogeochemical carbon cycle is really important. So that is all for this video, and I hope I have given informations that are important. And that's all for this video. Thank you.